Your hand is
Yeah,
looking
your hair is
smaller than
tiny, Lauren.
yours.
Yeah, I think I changed around here. After you give birth, everything just shrinks up. So that's it. That's the show.
Hey there, welcome to the Guild Trivia Implosion, the only place on the internet where you can find trivia that is later on imploded. We've got some great questions for you today. 5 amazing questions that were written by some fool who puts videos onto the internet. But before we get to those questions, let's talk to today's contestants. We're going to start with Josh. Josh, howdy.
Hi. How's
Hey,
it going?
tell me your history with trivia.
Answered questions before and mostly gotten them wrong. But we'll see. Today may be my day.
Lauren, tell us about you and trivia and your storied history.
I have lost many a trivia nights in person. I like to watch other people state trivia facts.
Jason, tell us about a time that trivia hurt you.
Oh, geez. There was that time that I put my hot pan right directly on the countertop, and I didn't have a trivia, and so it put a big black ring right there on it.
Jimmy, I understand that you and trivia are actually dating.
Well, I wouldn't say we're super close, but we enjoy each other's company. You might find that me and Trivia might be stepping out of the same car at some point in the near future, but I wouldn't get too wrapped up in it.
Got it. Not putting labels on it. Okay, today's trivia implosion category is it's time to play the music. We will have today 5 questions about the Muppets. Josh, you ever seen the Muppets before?
I have. I've been one before. No, I haven't. I lied. That's lies. All lies.
How do you think the Muppets would feel about you lying?
They would be very disappointed in me, especially the Sesame Street.
Lauren, tell us about your history with the Muppets.
Well, they actually raised me as I was growing up because my parents worked all the time and my grandparents didn't know what to do with me. So I just watched the Muppets at all times, and that's how I learned everything I know.
Jason, tell us about a time that the Muppets hurt you.
Well, Janice there, she removed all of my trivets from my house, and so I burned all of my countertops making ramen.
And Jimmy, I understand that you and the Muppets are actually dating.
That much is true. Don't tell Trivia, though. She likes to check my phone, and I don't think she appreciates it. She just obsesses over every little thing. I don't think I can take it much longer.
That sounds like a situation you should remove yourself from. Okay. Oh,
You have a background
Josh,
for
you
everything,
actually
Jason?
have a Muppet with you, Jason?
I
You've got
do.
the Muppets all behind you?
I do. It's Skeeter. Say hello, Skeeter.
Well, the question I have for Josh, and this is not trivia, is where's Scooter?
Oh, Skeeter's the other one, isn't it? Yeah, Skeeter's her sister. Sorry, Scooter.
Here is question number 1. Though he later recanted, at one point Jim Henson said the word Muppet came from combining which 2 related words? This one will be worth 1 point. Jim Henson said the word Muppet came from 2 words. What were those 2 words? Jimmy, do you have an answer? I appreciate you giving us something adorable to look at while we're thinking. Do you have an answer for this question?
I do. A Muppet is a portmanteau of a marionette and a puppet.
Now, Josh, you also said
marionette and a puppet.
And then Jason and Lauren, you two had the same answer as well, and you said
monster and puppet.
Okay, great. Correct answer in this case is marionette and puppet.
Oh,
Damn it.
Congratulations, Josh and Jimmy. Each of you have 1 point.
High
I'm going
five.
to assume that you got that because, Josh, you have a Muppet in your presence right now. And,
well, I can tell you right now that this one is the one that lied to me just now.
Floyd, no!
Mhm.
I believe it.
Now, he did seem a little disconnected. I think he's been hitting some cotton filling, if you know what I mean.
That's some true electric mayhem.
I'm also going to assume, Jimmy, you got that one correct because Amy, the person appearing there with you, is an aspiring Muppet.
Uh-huh. She's trying. She's got the marionette strings up, but she hasn't worked out the puppet bits yet.
Alrighty, here is question number 2. This is a 2-point question. Which was the first Muppet to appear regularly on network television as a guest on the Jimmy Dean Show? You know, the very famous Jimmy Dean Show.
Didn't know Sausage had a TV show.
If Sausage had a TV show, would you watch it?
As long as they showed a lot of skin.
Oh. Daddy, would you please turn off the Sausage Skin Show? Which was the first Muppet to appear regularly on network television on the Jimmy Dean Show? Jimmy?
I don't really know, so I'm going to have to go with the old standby, Kermit the Frog.
Lauren, you guessed.
Kermit the Frog.
Jason?
I answered Kermit the Frog, but I have another suspicion.
And Josh?
I said Ralph, but because he was on Sam and Friends, I don't know. We'll see.
Which one is Ralph again?
Ralph is the dog, the piano
Okay.
playing dog.
All right. See, it was your accent I didn't quite get. In Muppet accent, they pronounce it Rolf.
Rolf.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's right.
That is actually the correct answer, though. Rolf the dog was the first one.
Woo!
Nice.
For you, Josh.
Thank you.
Yes, well done, well done. Jason, was that what you suspected it might be?
No, I had this name Floyd bouncing around in my head for some reason. Not this Floyd, however. A different Floyd, because those early Muppets, they were something else.
Yeah, they were different.
Okay, so Josh, you've taken the lead with 3 points. How does it feel to be so far the Muppet Master?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. One more.
3 points if you get this one correct. The Electric Mayhem is the house band for the Muppet Show. Who is the saxophone player based on jazz artist Gato Barbieri? Who knew this was based on a real person? Jimmy, who do you think is the saxophone player for the Electric Mayhem?
Well, if he's based on Gatto, I'm going to go with Pero.
Great. And Lauren?
I said Grotto.
Josh?
I could not think of the name, so I called him Sunglasses Guy.
And Jason?
I just went with the one that was right in front of me, which was Floyd, because I insist on getting no points today. I'm going to gonzo this up.
Saxophone guy, or sunglasses guy, as Josh calls him, his actual name is Zoot.
Oh, Zoot. Of
Oh,
course.
like a zoot suit.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And
Just
this
sound
is only the
saxophone mates.
three-pointer question?
That was the 3-pointer. That's right.
Well, shoot.
Good news though, Jimmy. You're sitting pretty in second place right now. So,
Woo!
do any of you actually play saxophone? Josh, you do?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
You.
I played it
Really?
from 4th grade to college.
Wow.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah.
That's a lot of saxophone.
Fun fact: the saxophone is my absolute least favorite instrument.
You're welcome.
In 95 to 98% of all cases, saxophone to me is the worst sound other than like an incessantly barking dog. So
The 80s was a bad decade for you then.
it was.
You probably didn't make it all the way through Lost Boys. The oily, shirtless guy blaring the saxophone in the street concert.
That's not okay, Lost Boys. Although I have to say, there are some times where a saxophone is exactly right. For example, Careless Whisper. You can't get better than that saxophone right there. You're not going to pull off that same sound with some sort of a oboe. Although I would like to hear that now that I say that.
Yes.
Okay, here is your 4-point question. Most Muppets have puppet hands or gloves. Which regular Muppet Show character during the original run had actual human hands? Jimmy, do you know which one of them had actual human hands?
I would go with Swedish Chef.
Jason said.
I went in the original language, so I went with
And Josh?
Swedish Chef.
And Lauren?
I said chef, but I meant the Swedish one.
Well, there's only one chef on the show, and all of you got that one right. Good job. 4 points all around. Yes.
Fun fact, he's actually Norwegian. He corrects everyone, but no one understands him to change his name.
If you've ever actually heard a Swedish person talk, he doesn't sound anything like that. So,
I have a fun fact. The parents or the adults in the Peanuts cartoons are actually all Swedish. That's why you can't understand what they're saying.
okay, Josh, still in the lead as we go into the last question. This is a 5-pointer, so anybody could win this if they get this one correct. This is a deep cut. Let's see what you know. For 5 points, the Muppets appeared regularly in early seasons of Saturday Night Live. On which series of sketches? I watched the entire first season of Saturday Night Live, and it was groundbreaking and experimental, and by today's comedy standards, pretty much unwatchable. That's just me, who people have also described as pretty much unwatchable. Jimmy, what was that Saturday Night Live series of sketches with the Muppets? What was that called?
It was a fantasy style name, the Land of something, like the Land of Og or something like that, about a family, or like a royal family in a fantasy world of monsters.
Alrighty.
That's all I got.
And Josh, you said?
The Rock Boys. Only I remember it as something to do with like cavemen or yeah, back in olden times. But that's all I could think of.
Lauren, you said?
I said good old Puppet Street. It's where they all lived, and you just went there and saw them, and it was kind of funny.
And Jason?
I know this one for a fact. There's going to be some dispute, but it was the 70s version of Weekend Update. Rosanna was actually a full-blooded Muppet, and that's how they got access to that particular program.
When did she transition?
She transitioned in the third and fourth season, 1979 into 1980, which is when Robert Downey Jr. joined the cast.
Good evening. I'm Chevy Chase. I'm a Muppet, and you're not.
Dang you, ignorant Muppet.
One of you got half points for this one. Jimmy, we're giving you half credit because the answer is indeed the land of Gorch.
Gorge.
Silly me.
There is a tie for third place. That is between Lauren and Jason with 4 points each. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Each of you are honorary Muppets for the day. Jason's just going to take his place in the pantheon there. I'm going to make that the cover for
Where'd Jason go?
Jason?
Wait, he's the one without an expression. There we go. There we go. Bopped down to second place at the very last minute with 7 points. Josh, second place today. How does Scooter feel about that?
You deducted with my Rock Boys answer, didn't you?
Because you put a Z on it, that's why.
Yep.
And with a last minute come from behind victory with 7.5 points, Jimmy, you're the Muppet champion of the day. Your daughter is not entertained by our hijinks. Like this rocking.
She's almost asleep.
Muppet trivia. So if you have a toddler at home, just play this episode, knock her right out. Everybody, thanks so much for joining us on the Trivia Implosion today. We'll be back next time. And from my home to yours, yeah!
Yeah!